Hello, guys. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, yes, hello. How are you?
Ooh, good, good. Oh my goodness, the legend. We get to hear the voice.
All right, yes, yes. And I'm very happy to be here. And thank you so much for inviting us here, our protocol. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to everybody who joined now to listen.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a few more. We usually start these like 5 minutes early, so we'll just wait a couple more minutes so people come in, and then we'll get started right at 12:30 EST. So in like 3 minutes.
Okay, no problem. Yes, yes.
Oh, nice, nice.
Thank you so much for doing this for us. You did a great job.
Oh no, thank you. We're so happy. I feel so honored to be the first AMA with you guys. Like I feel super lucky that we get this chance.
Oh, I feel really lucky to do this with you guys too, because I mean, across protocol is, I don't know, one of the best. I think I use it all the time. Tell you the truth, to move funds from Arbitrum to Ethereum, mainly right now. But I think I'm gonna be using it more. Uh,
Oh, thank you. So happy to hear that.
yes,
We do try.
yes.
We are trying to make it like, even faster and
Oh, it's pretty
the most
fast. It's
affordable.
really
So
fast. Wow. It's actually
yeah.
unbelievable. Like takes once less than a second, I think.
Is
But
it that fast for you? That's
I
incredible.
think so. Yes, it's like usually when I do it, it's like less than a second. Yeah.
Yeah, compared to like other kind of heavy hitters out there, we're like generally always the fastest, and it's sometimes quite a huge difference from what I can see, like when I check on aggregators. So yeah, it is pretty incredible what the engineers have been able to accomplish
Oh,
with like there's a lot of limitations.
yes, yes. But I'm sure you guys will overcome those. Some time will pass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just takes time. Exactly.
Ye-
They've already accomplished so much. Yeah, it is already really fast, but I know that they're always trying to make it even faster. So
Yes, yes. Especially for our protocol where we are multi-chain, and it's really important to be able to move funds fast from one chain to another, because some oracles are on one chain, other oracles on the other chain. So you can mint asset on one chain, then transfer it to another chain, trade it on Arbitrum, mint it on BSC, for example, then move it to Arbitrum and trade it on Arbitrum. I mean, it's in the future. Uh, it's gonna happen, very soon actually, because we're already on BSC and Arbitrum, and next we're gonna move to Ethereum. So,
oh wow, did not know that that was in the
oh
plans.
yes, yes. So Ethereum is next. Although the fees are really high, and I don't know how it's gonna play out because of the fees. But Arbitrum,
I'm curious too,
oh yeah,
but I think it's not that bad yet.
yes, yes. It's not bad, but still Arbitrum is much better. It's just unbelievable, how cheap it is. Like for example, to even open a vault in our system, it's like Arbitrum is unbelievable. It's like around 13 or 15 cents to open a position, which is just
Mhm.
great.
So for you guys, like compared to the Arbitrum activity with BSC, what's sort of the difference
Oh,
right now?
yes, BC is a little bit more expensive, of course.
So is there more activity on Arbitrum then? You think the fees make a lot of
Oh
difference?
yes. Oh, definitely, especially for us, because I mean it's really important for our protocol uh, to be able, like, for people to be able to mint those assets with very cheap fees.
Right.
So yeah, the ticket to get in is like almost nothing. So
Mm.
people can move in and out, fast and cheaply, and this is exactly what we want.
Right.
Pretty-
Well, I guess we can officially get started. I just want to welcome everyone in the audience to the first ever AMA with the legend himself, Patrick Bateman. A lot of people didn't believe that you were real, but here you are, and with Poison Finance founder. So, yeah, please introduce yourself. Please introduce Poison Finance to the cross travelers who may not be familiar. And yeah,
Uh,
the stage is yours.
so I'm Patrick Bateman. I'm lead developer of Poison Finance. Uh, right now, I'm a lead developer. So Poison Finance is a decentralized multi-chain synthetic asset uh, issues protocol. On right now, it's built on Arbitrum, BSC, and soon we will move to Ethereum, and probably even Polygon, because Polygon has a lot of oracles too. We're trying to build a decentralized system from the start, and this offers us a lot of opportunities. Those synthetic assets, they're like building blocks that can be used in different applications. Uh, so, uh, so, so we're trying to build like a first layer kind of this.
Okay.
Yeah. The protocol itself, it doesn't sell any assets. It's like only an enabler, pretty much. So it gives ability to for users to mint those synthetic assets and then use them uh, in any way the users would like them to be used, basically. So those synthetic assets are just simple ERC20 tokens. They can be traded, transferred, put on the DEX, put on the centralized exchange. It don't matter. Uh, they can be used in options trading, for example. They can be used in games. Uh, and anywhere else where users will figure out. I think we will provide this ability to mint them, and then over time users will be able to figure out how to use them and how to make money of those assets. And I think this is our main goal, is to provide ability for the users to make money, basically.
And where did you get the inspiration to start Poison?
uh, I don't know, CNBC. I don't know. I'm just I'm not trading any stocks or anything. I'm a developer, but I'm really interested in all of that. I'm watching CNBC almost every day. So I'm really interested in all of this, and I just thought it's just a cool idea. Because people can make money of this idea pretty much, and each user can figure out his own way to make money, I guess. uh, so I don't know, it just like it seems that I can do it, and I did it, you know.
So, what are sort of like the most interesting, or even like some of the craziest synthetic assets that you've seen minted on Poison so far?
So wow, right now somebody just minted like 30 minutes ago. Somebody minted around 8 ounces of gold, right? So they put up $35,000. Actually, they put into the protocol $35,000, and they minted around eight ounces of gold, I guess. You can say that was a surprise today, for example. But already, so already people, users are minting gold, users are minting silver, and users are minting oil. And then there is already an ability on BSC chain to mint Tesla portion. So PTSLA coin. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna provide incentives to mint uh, Tesla token, and then users will be able to place those Tesla tokens on the exchange, on decentralized exchange. Uh, so right now we're using Sushi Swap on Arbitrum for that, and oil, gold, and silver is already actually on Sushi Swap on Arbitrum, and well, there is a possibility to trade them already. The liquidity is not huge yet, but we are constantly working on getting the liquidity up on those assets on the exchanges. So basically, this is what we do. We provide this opportunity to mint those assets, and then we provide rewards for people to provide LP, for those tokens on
Okay, and when you
exchange.
say that, right, I know you were mentioning about providing some incentives, right? So how does that work?
So basically, users mint those assets, synthetic assets, on the on the Poison Protocol DApp, and then they have to go to Sushi Swap. They place liquidity there. So place, like for example, you mint oil, and then you go to Sushi Swap and just do this regular liquidity provide. No, you know how the liquidity is provided. You just put some,
Yes.
oil, and then you put USDC in this case as the base currency, and then you get the LP tokens back, SLP tokens, so Sushi liquidity tokens you get back, and then you go back to the Poison protocol website and you stake it, these LP tokens, and then based on the amount of LP tokens that you provide, you get rewards in Poison, basically. So, so,
Okay,
so,
okay.
so this is how it works. It's a little bit complicated process, but it works 100%. Our vault was audited by Salinity Finance, so it's safe to put funds into our contract. We don't control those funds at all. I have to say this. There is no way for us to control those funds. Those funds go into this contract, and they stay there until user returns the synthetic asset that was minted. The user has to return the synthetic asset back to the contract, and then they get their deposit back. So there is no way for us to turn off withdrawals. So users can be sure that they will get their deposit back. It's not like other protocols which have control over the funds. I think this is a very important point here, that we don't have any control over those funds that are put as collateral into the system. I mean,
Right.
yeah. I mean, it's just like those events that happened, before, just now. I mean, it shows that maybe this system is much better, where users have full control of their funds.
Right, absolutely. It's definitely looking like people are catching on to, aping into protocols like Poison that have these security features in place in the smart contract. So they don't need to, as you mentioned, like rely on the integrity of the team behind the protocol. But that's like one of the most, I guess, interesting things about Poison, which was sort of like the marketing angle that we used to draw in our audience to come check you guys out because of the fact that you guys don't, or the team doesn't have any tokens. All of the Poison is all community owned. So if you can explain that, I think that's really interesting for everyone.
Yes, I think that's one of the things that makes us stand apart from a lot of other protocols is that we don't have any team tokens, and I would say there is not really a team behind it. I mean, or like any common enterprise. So I mean, this presents a lot of challenges for me personally, because it's a little bit harder to develop. But what it gives us, I think personally, is that Poison token at the end is not a security, because I mean, if you take this, right, this Howey test, right, that SEC usually applies to the tokens to see if they're securities, there is one point there that the security needs to have a common enterprise. And this is exactly what we don't have. We rely on each user of the system to move the system forward, basically, pretty much. And this is how we plan on developing. But I would rather have this challenge of having limited funds, other than having down the road to deal with a lot of regulations that come with having a security token. So Poison itself is a purely utility token. It's not a security. That's how I see it. Maybe SEC down the road might see it the other way around. But the way I'm trying to build it is to have like this kind of you know this kind of feature for the protocol, that the main token of the protocol is not a security. So maybe it will save us from some regulation that will definitely come, as you understand.
Well, yeah, and there was some news about that today, or maybe yesterday as well for some of our listeners. So, I guess you mentioned that there's some challenges with trying to design the infrastructure to, I guess, to avoid potential regulatory hurdles in the future. So there's some like financial struggle or hurdles that you're experiencing now. So I just wanted to know, like, what is it like to? I know you're not considering yourself as a team member per se, but technically, I guess you would be the lead developer, the only team member. And how is that? Like, what are the sort of challenges that are faced with being the sole developer of a growing platform such as Poison?
So I can't really hire anybody, to help me. So I rely on the help of the community, and uh, I should say that the community is a huge, unbelievable help. I have pretty much, like, although I don't have a team per se, but I have a lot of people who are pretty much helping me out, you know, acting as a team, you can say, like, for example, one person, and I have to thank him, huge thank you to this person. He's pretty much running our Twitter by himself, without any pay, uh, just because he believes in the protocol, I guess. And then, another point, audit. The audit was done too, not by me or a protocol, but one of the users. I have to thank this user too. He decided to donate, some funds so we can have an audit. And I'm just getting this help all the time. I don't know why this is happening. Maybe, people look at me and see that, that I'm doing it, basically, for the good of the protocol. And I guess they're following me, maybe, in some way. But
Yeah, I think that's just the whole vibe, the community vibe of Web3 space. Everyone
yes.
wants to see, yeah, these decentralized protocols, like actually, especially something like Poison Finance, which is really the essence of that, decentralized buzzword. They want to see something like that thrive. So I can totally see why so many people want to volunteer their time and even funds to see something like this actually be successful.
Oh, actually, even those $200 reward for today's MIA, it's actually coming from two users, I guess. Let's say two users, right? Of
Right.
the
Yeah.
of the protocol, they were kind enough to donate those funds, and this is great.
Mhm.
It's like unbelievable that this is happening. Sometimes I can't believe that 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 this is happening. And with all the challenges, there was a lot of challenges to get here, and I guess we're here now. So,
That's what I wanted to ask you because from like I've been in the Telegram chat for a while now, and like a couple, I guess, of the OG Poison guys were saying how a lot of people just assumed maybe because of your Anon name as well, they just thought that this was like a big scam at first. So
oh,
like how was that at the beginning? It must have been crazy.
oh, yes, I almost lost my mind. Let me tell you that. Yes, it was. I don't know why. People. I guess they just see something and they just try to use it to get a name for themselves. Sometimes, or get some more following. And yes, it was kind of constant war. I guess even I can say this. I mean, constantly would somebody just come in and start saying some stuff, that this and that, and you're gonna rock. Oh my God, this was just crazy. And
Yeah, so that's great that you have the audit
but
now. So I guess people can feel a lot safer.
yeah, so I proved them wrong, already a couple of times.
Hmm.
First they were saying like I'm gonna rock private sale. Then they said I'm gonna run public sale, and then they say, you're not gonna do the liquidity generation. You're just gonna take the money, and then this happened. Now it's much better though. Now it's like it's actually people, I guess, starting to believe that this is serious. Finally.
Right. Yeah, I guess it is hard to believe when you see a project say that they're not going to take any tokens for themselves. It is hard to believe. So I can see the sentiment at first being suspicious, but glad to see that that has turned around. One other kind of interesting point that I found from the Telegram chat was I think someone yesterday was talking with you and you were trying to convince them like I think every protocol has this kind of issue, like convince the community not to focus too much on the token price, like a daily token price, but There's something that we're building that's so much bigger than that, and just, have some patience. And you had mentioned that poison is somehow like relatable in its design to Bitcoin. So I wanted you to explain that a little bit more.
So yes, because that's what I'm thinking. Bitcoin is not a security, right? So that's what SEC was saying. So Bitcoin is not a security; it's a digital property, and I think poison token in itself is something which resembles Bitcoin, in this way, that it's not a security because of the way it is structured, because there's no team tokens, Uh, so Poison itself, it's not a security, it's a digital property, So less, what it gives us is, I think, much less regulation that we will be facing down the road. And I think this is a great point here, because we're doing something that is going to be regulated, definitely, and if we can score some points, in this regard, that's great.
Oh, okay, I see the angle now. All right.
Yeah, so
Very forward thinking, Patrick.
yes, I was thinking about this for some time, yes. Uh, I mean, everything was done, not just but with some point in it. Maybe the way even the site looks, that it looks a little bit like a game, Maybe there is a point to this too, because in a game you can do much more, Like if your experience is gamified, you can do much more. You can then you can do with something that is like purely a security, So
Yeah, well, no one can deny that the poison branding is incredible. It's so much
thank
fun. I
you,
love,
thank you so
yeah,
much.
on the Telegram group, it's so funny when I believe Kuko always drops like new gifs every other day
Oh,
of like a new kind of poison character.
oh yes, and he's doing it all by himself. I mean, there is no input from me, pretty much. So
Right.
yeah, so this way, everybody is doing their thing, but at the same time, we're moving the protocol forward.
Right. That's actually my sort of final question. I wanted to know, what is the future for poison finance? What do we have in the roadmap?
So our greatest challenge right now, I think, is to get people to actually trade those assets on the exchange. I mean, if the trading will start, then we pretty much, you know, our goals have been pretty much completed. So this is our greatest challenge. So the interesting thing about poison is because it like those tokens are just the building blocks. What we can do, we can use somebody else's infrastructure for different things. Like for example, for trading, we are using sushi swap. But in order for our users to be able to trade those assets easily, I'm right now actually getting ready the trade tab on our DApp, so users will be able to trade those synthetic assets on our website. It's going to be much easier than going to Sushi Swap and then getting the chart from Dex tools, for example. So we basically gonna combine. We're gonna get the Dex tool chart, and then we're gonna get the trading interface from the Sushi Swap, and we're gonna combine it in one page. One easy to use page. So poison is kind of will become a DEX too, although without using without using our own infrastructure, which is actually pretty good, I think, and makes it much easier for us. You know, we don't have to maintain any systems, basically, but still provide the
Right.
service.
I think we have one comment or question from one of our audience members. I can add you as a speaker. Go ahead, you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So about the question, for me, trust and security are very important in every project. So how confident are you in keeping investor, customer, and users safe while using your platform? And what are the plans for the Poison Finance to move towards a more decentralized and trustless solution?
So this is where we're going. You know, this is where the protocol is going. Full decentralization. So the protocol is designed in this way. You know that there is no custody of. I mean, the only thing which is which we like, which protocol holds is deposits. You know, the collateral deposits. And this contract was audited by the Salinity Finance. You can read the audit. There is some admin functions that will be put on a time log very shortly. I'm just not doing it right now because I need to develop. I need to add, tokens to the contract. I need to add. I want to be able to do it fast. But when the time comes, and it's gonna be really soon, actually, maybe like a week or couple of weeks, when the protocol is more or less developed, to the point where I can put those couple of administrative functions on a time log. And because the contract doesn't hold any synthetic assets, we don't really need the multi-sig or like multi-sig thing, where a couple of people have to sign. All we have to do is put those functions on a time log, and then put the time log on a voting contract, and then users will be able to vote on the use of those administrative functions. So this is where it is going, pretty much. Full decentralization, and users are in full control of their funds. I think this is the way to provide security for the users, basically, pretty much.
Yeah, thank you for your question.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think that's it for we at time now, so I think we will end it. Look out for the announcement on which few of our lucky audience members received some prizes of Poison. And thank you to the community members of Poison that were actually donated the tokens for this special event. And again, another big thank you to Patrick for honoring us with the first ever Poison Finance AMA. Really looking forward to our cross travelers aping into Poison and just seeing what's next with you guys. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you so much. The pleasure is all mine. Thank you. Unbelievable what you guys did and all the preparations that went into it. And huge thank you for that. Yes. And, sorry.
Yeah, and then I guess we'll drop a Poison video sometimes this weekend as well, so you guys can get more familiar with the platform. And other than that, have a good weekend, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.